Adventurers and Artists, a Dungeons and Dragons podcast with a musical twist. We are in our final episode. In the last session, we had Gard and Magnus share a moment and Magnus's truth revealed. We had Morkai call upon the help of an air elemental, Genie, who couldn't speak, and he wished to be taken to Tanaska, somewhere safe. And now they find them with his companions, and now they find themselves underneath the city in a cavern with no exit, and 120 orcs and an orc chief ready to reign chaos. So, gentlemen, what are you doing? It is now day 4. You have 3 days to reach the throne before the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse, I beg your pardon, takes place.
Well, I think first thing is, since the orcs have failed so miserably in trying to find us a way out, let's try and find a way out.
Okay, so could you all roll survival checks?
And that's 20.
Good.
Good.
Guard?
Yeah, we don't talk about
What did you roll?
So on survival, I rolled a grand total of 7.
Is that in that one?
No.
Okay, that's
No,
fair.
2.
If it's not, if it's not in that one, it means you don't get hurt. Right? Okay. Magnuson's Rusk. What did you two roll?
Just 11.
11. 18. Okay, 18 and a nat 20. I'd say the nat 20 is going to have the edge. And even though you're surprising yourself with your sudden knowledge of mountain caves, really, it's sort of come out of nowhere, really. It's a hidden talent that you didn't even know you had. But with Rusk's help, you are able to discern that there is a smaller cavern that leads up from where you are. Gold and Magnus are too busy pondering their words that they said to each other recently.
Sort of wait for them to have their sort of moment, and because again, if I'm guessing that they still look a little bit frazzled, shall we say, from their exchange. So we'll wait for a nice time to sort of approach. But hey, I think we've got an exit.
Okay.
I think we know a way out, which is good. Let's start. What happens when we go up and over? I assume.
Well, we've got, what, 3 days left
Yeah.
before we need to be there? So I think we use this time to scout around.
Scout around, yeah.
And we get as much information as we can before we attempt to do the thing. We're doing the thing, right?
Yeah, with the child, the really important child, and the eclipse, and
That's it, yeah.
and not having this worsen as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So I suggest the orcs stay here.
Well, they
Yes.
have little choice.
And I think we should go and we should explore, since we're the sneaky ones. I think you two should probably stay here.
Okay. So you two go off to have a little adventure together up in the city, the cavern pass. And I will say that you guys travel for a good. You're climbing up steadily, but it is clear that it's a very windy route, and you spend about half a day going up the mountain, going up this pass before you think, actually, this is going to take a long time, and you probably don't have time to reach the city, come back, tell your companions what's happened, and
So one of us should go back and bring them out, and the other should go explore, maybe.
I'll kind of just go, I got this, and go at Magnus speed of 110 feet around every 6 seconds without...
so you're sprinting basically almost.
I mean, I'm just naturally very fast.
I will say, if you want to maintain that up a mountain,
Well,
essentially
I'm going
up a
back
hill.
down to go get these guys.
Okay, so who's going to stay?
So I'm gonna carry on.
You're going to carry
and I'm
on.
going to do a bit of scouting, and then obviously they're going to be very sensible when they come up and find a place to stop and wait, so that I can come back and give them the information. So rather than wasting like half a day going all the way back, I'm just going to carry on.
Okay,
And then when I get to the top, I'm going to scout around, then come back and give them the information.
all right.
And I'm just going to basically run back down to these guys and be like, it is so far away.
Okay.
Just quite tired, probably, just out of everything so far. Just half a day, still haven't made it.
It is very late.
Let's go.
You guys have actually been wondering where they've been. What have you been doing in this downtime that you've had?
I think what I probably would have done is like go up to you, Zrusk, and just sort of ask, you seem like quite a noble, righteous man of order and
I am
justice.
merely a humble servant of the gods.
Exceedingly humble.
Very humble.
How do you know that what you're doing is the right thing?
I know in my heart and in my faith.
What if the thing that is the right thing conflicts with your faith?
Then it would not be the right thing.
Very well. And I sort of leave it at that, and I sort of set up a small little altar as I'm for Mishkal, as I'm waiting for Magnus to scoot back down.
The orcs are getting extremely rowdy. And they're making a lot of noise. So when you come back down, Magnus, you hear them. They're getting very agitated, being stuck down here.
I'm gonna pass the information on. Yeah, like we've been going for half a day and we're still nowhere near the top. I think we should probably start moving. What do we do with all the orcs?
We will come with you, says Chog.
So you want to bring a good 100 orcs into a city with no explanation, and they're all warriors.
Well, we can't leave them down here. Besides, we may need them when we get to the city.
We're not going to, because we've spent half a day waiting for us. So it's going to be another half a day before we get back to the same point before I turned around. By that point, your ring should be working. You can wish them back. Because as lovely as it is, having all of you very strong warriors here,
We do not think you being genuine.
I'm being, wait, you don't think you're strong?
You said lovely.
That was sarcasm. The rest of it was true. However,
She's going to look at Zrusk. Sarcasm is lying, yes?
it's what your husband's very, very good at.
You threw shade on her husband. Oh no, son. She's going to get right up in your face. What did you say about God? He's not a liar. Oh, he so is. But she doesn't know. She doesn't think that.
I said he's very sarcastic.
This is lying, yes.
It is sometimes regarded as a good trait amongst humans.
He is not human.
Neither am I. Right. Anyway,
There's a lot of tension. People are getting very annoyed. This is a very small cabin for 120 orcs and an angry orc chief whose husband has slipped away and whose companion is now calling a liar. You could you could set fire to the air right now. It's so
Dog,
so tense.
we must head upwards. Gould may need us.
and Mordecai, you know, in about half a day,
Yes, ring and tell me what you need of it, and I'll see if I can do that or something.
Right. So, Zrusk, are you taking the lead up on the mountain? The caverns pass.
course.
All right. So you trudge on ahead. It's a very narrow passage, at least for the amount of people that you're trying to pass through. And Chog is going to be the last. I mean, you're not going to be able to fit the cart here, and you probably shouldn't bring the camels with you. But you could. I mean, nothing's
we're
stopping
also
you.
leaving the gnome.
You're leaving the gnome.
Leaving the gnome to look after the camels.
Okay. Yeah, she's more than happy to do that.
Look at you, it's like,
Yay!
remember?
Dave,
Still?
Jeff, Jenny, Claire.
No. Remember? Still no talking. Well, you need to stay.
But God isn't
no.
here.
But I'm here.
So, who cares?
I'm gonna wait until everyone else is left.
You'll be last behind the bunch
Yep.
of 120 orcs, a line of
I can
120.
spider climb and I can walk on walls if I need
Okay,
to.
all right.
I'm gonna-
Just do whatever you want. You still have to, wait for me. Okay, so you're going to all. Morag? Sorry, Morkai. I've just renamed you. Morkai, Zrusk. Zrusk leading ahead. Morkai with a baby. Chog. Every other orc. And then finally, Magnus, you're left alone with the gnome. This is not good. This is a PG show, I'll just remind you. And you're just about to beat a small person.
I am very tempted. I'm gonna look it in the eye of it. I've had one hell of a bad week. The last thing I need is a tiny little pain being exactly that. Now you're gonna stay here, you're gonna be quiet, and eventually we might come back and get you.
Did you say eventually we might come back and kill you?
Get you.
Oh, get you.
The implication is still like double meaning.
Yeah,
whether
it
it's
could
get
be.
you or
She's
get
going
you.
to assume you mean, rescue her because she's hopelessly optimistic. So she's going to say, yay, okay, bye.
Yes. Goodbye. Just leave. And never see you
I wonder if she's
again.
going to ignore that advice.
If she does, I will.
Oh, that's that one. Oh, yeah, she's not paying attention. Okay, great. So you're following behind the orcs. She's still where she is. However,
Do I
she's
see
every
her
time
follow?
you look back, she's sitting down again. And then you turn away, and then she's like, no.
Can I just spend some time knocking the gnome out?
Yeah, roll to attack. You can knock the gnome out.
Okay. That's a 17.
That is just gonna hit.
Yes.
And she goes down like a
upside
log.
the head. Just now go to bed. Don't wake up for a while.
So you leave her in the cart, and she's currently passed out. So you're following behind the orcs, Rusk, Morkai. You're leading the line of humanoids, and we're going to go to God. So while this has happened, he's gone back. So it's been a full day.
So,
So you will need to take a rest.
yeah, so I'll rest for a bit. I'll be being stealthy the whole time. Just tell me if you need to, when you want me to make a roll. And yeah, what do I see? What do I come across?
It's not been. There's nobody been. No. Ugh, roll survival. Sorry, start again. Roll survival.
I don't want to roll survival.
Okay.
Oh, I can roll survival.
What's that?
That is 21.
That's good. Is that a nat 20?
No.
Okay. So you can tell that this passage has not been used in a long time,
Okay.
and by long time I mean a couple of 100 years.
Okay.
So wherever this leads and comes out of is going to be a complete surprise to everyone,
Okay.
especially you guys. Right. So
Eventually during this.
he's resting, which means technically you could catch up with him.
Well, no, because they're going to have to rest as well.
Well, they've already been resting,
Oh, okay.
except for Magnus.
Yeah, just eventually at some point I will have cast Spider Climb, basically walked over all the orcs to get to the Morkai and Zrusk and just be like, buddy, don't suppose you're good for piggybacks?
That's amazing.
On this occasion, I will grant your request.
Wow.
Just kind of like from all the running and all that, I'm just kind of like just vaguely slump on him.
Zrusk, Paladin of the Order of the Watchtower, also moonlights as a mount. Okay.
I'm not riding him, he's basically carrying me at this point. 'Cause
On his back.
I'm basically falling asleep.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so yeah, I'll say that while you're having your rest,
I'm only going to have a short rest.
you're only having a short rest before you move on.
Yeah.
If you've been traveling without a long rest, because now you've traveled for a day, you will take a point of exhaustion, which you can do. I'm happy for you to take a point of exhaustion.
No, I'll rest long enough to avoid the exhaustion.
Okay, so that's the full 8 hours. Or do you get less because you're a drow? It's still a full 8 hours, isn't it?
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Yes, so you are going to have these guys catch up. And they're going to get to you, and they're going to be quite tired, and the passage.
And they're going to have to rest.
The passage is going to get wider here, and you're going to. If you want to tell them this place hasn't been.
Yeah, I'll share the fact that it's not been travelled in some time.
Did you find a way out?
Not yet. I guess you guys need to rest now.
At this
I'll
point, I kind of
carry on.
wake up,
Yeah.
just like, right, I guess back to it then.
Yep. So we'll again move on ahead while they have the rest.
Yeah, this is going to get complicated soon, isn't it?
Well, we're not going to go crazy. We just want to get up and.
Would it have been 24 hours then at this
Yeah.
point? Cool. So you wanted a thing, have an idea, but I'll let you say your thing first.
I'm just gonna kind of sidle over. My idea was that we wished the orcs back to their encampment because bringing them into a city where we don't know what's going to happen is going to look like a massive raid or attack.
Are you trying to be quiet about that?
Yeah,
'Cause-
I'm whispering this in his ear, but I need to be loud enough to be able to be heard.
There's a lot of orcs here. They're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, that's why I'm just whispering
yeah.
to him. Yeah, it's like
Can you roll perception? And you need to get above a 12.
That was cocked.
I'm this far away from his face. From his ear.
Above a 12, you say?
Yes.
14.
Yeah, he just hears you. Yeah, but it's really unclear at first. It's like, you want to punch who? What?
You did what to the gnome?
I didn't mention the gnome, but nothing. Yeah, because otherwise they're going to think there's some sort of raid or attack happening, and that might be what we want. I don't know, because worst comes to worst, we'll be traveling for maybe another day, we wish them back.
Good point. Love it. Wonderful. I could also wish for us to just not get tired, and we could just keep going and going.
I mean,
Up
Someone's
to you.
come to work today. It's a decent plan.
That
I have
is
to
a
say-
very solid idea.
I'd be excited as a player.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Let's do that, and then we can wish them away later.
Yeah, but yeah, once we figure out what the situation is, then we
Yeah.
can. Yeah, cool. I saw rub the rainbow aura on us, and hopefully my wonderful gem lady appears.
She is going to greet you with a wave
Hello.
and a polite bow.
I bow back. It's like, my wonderful, my dear, you wonderful human being. Well, not human being, genie. Point is, so
She's pointing out her white hair and translucent skin. This is not human.
I know,
Like,
yeah,
She
but-
doesn't say it. But
makes it very obvious.
it's,
That's the
yes.
case.
Come on.
It's
Like,
like the figure of speech. Sorry. So hey, another wish, and then I got a few like obviously daily things. Got something special for you in mind. So it's gonna keep your eye out. But could I wish for myself, Magnus, Zrusk, and Gold to not get exhausted and just to maintain like not getting tired? Do you think you can do that? Yay.
she nods, and then she bows, and then she clicks her fingers.
Thank you so much.
And you guys are sprinkled in fairy dust. Who knows what this stuff is? It's just this
What did you do?
glittery stuff just falls gently on your head
Genie
and
dust.
shoulders, and immediately, if you're not resisting, and if you do want to resist, you can roll a Constitution save.
yeah,
No resistance.
yeah.
You are buzzing.
Oh,
Blah. Blah.
Wait, what was that?
You are buzzing.
Yes, but what is it?
Genie magic. Really, really, really good genie magic, it seems.
I'm going to look at my wife.
Oh.
I'm going to give her the wink, and we're going to just disappear for a few minutes
Oh my goodness.
because I'm
With a
buzzing.
guy who could never get
You
tired,
literally
only a few minutes.
You don't have time. You don't have time for this, but okay. Well, you guys are you literally standing,
Be
staring
back
at
in
each
a
other.
second, guys.
Just like-
There's no time! There's no time!
There's time.
Oh, I don't know how you guys are how you guys are reacting here,
Right.
but you are forced to wait for 4 to 5 minutes while the bard goes off and does his own thing.
How quickly can you perform a marriage ceremony?
I mean, at the moment, probably in like 2 minutes.
So I'll,
We
walk
should get
back.
one ready. There may be conflict at the end of this, and not everyone may survive.
So I'll walk back, arm in arm with my wife,
She has
staggering
no,
a little bit, not looking
She's
quite
no
right.
idea what hit her.
We're both a bit whoa, but I'm still buzzing. So right, let's go.
You're all buzzing.
Perform the ceremony.
Yes,
No, come on, there's no time for that.
There is time for that. There's always time in the eyes of the gods.
Oh, we're already married. It's fine.
Go on then.
Not in the eyes of
Hawkeye.
the gods.
It's like, give me just 1 second. Like you say,
No,
you
no,
say
no,
a
no,
lot.
there's no time.
There's so much time.
Thorough.
In the names of Mishkal, I give you man and wife.
Yeah.
Boom! Ceremony is cast.
It's not real.
It is
you
official.
now have what was it? The
You may now kiss the bride.
Can you just
Oh,
tell
I'd be
me
more
what
than
his
kissed the bride.
AC
Back in
is
a minute,
now?
guys.
Is what?
His AC.
Who's?
Did you actually use ceremony?
No.
Oh, okay,
No,
good.
Just did a quick marriage ceremony.
I just like.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you guys are going to continue, presumably your journey up, and never tiring. You're just actually, I'm going to say that you're walking faster,
Yep.
and that your dashing is even quicker than it was before. And Zrusk, you have never felt stronger. God.
This is going to end.
Yeah, we all know what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hawkeye. Don't even need to say it.
I guess.
Hawkeye, your enthusiastic life is good. This baby's going to be okay. Your hand isn't going to fall off.
I guess with like this like never-ending energy now, I'm just gonna be like, I'll be back in a bit, and I'm just sprinting full speed as fast as I can, just forward. Just see how far and fast I can go before I start.
Okay.
See if I actually do start feeling tired.
No, you don't at all. You're pushing yourself really hard.
Just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Okay, yeah, this is amazing. You run at top speed for several hours, and then eventually you see that you're underneath. You're at the bottom of a well, so you look up, and the well goes on about 20 feet, and you can see the light of the moon now, I believe, shining just right up at the top as you look.
Does it look easily climbable?
Well, for you, yes.
Okay, I would like to cast invisibility on myself and climb up.
Okay, so you
just see
spider
where I
climb your
am.
way up the well and poke your head out. Thankfully, you're invisible, so nobody can see you. And the first thing that hits you is you hear the sound of firing in the distance, like cannon, magic, or something, smashing into the city wall.
So that'll be the galleys and then
the galleons and the galleys, and then you see you can see kind of in the distance. You can see the wall of the city. This city is very Spartan almost. There's not many frills to it. It's just all utility and function, and there's people running around, soldiers and defenders, and they're running up the walls, and civilians hiding in their houses. And actually, this area is quite chaotic, and nobody has spotted you because you're invisible.
Can I get an idea of like what sort of district I'd be in? Like, am I like? So you say I'm near the walls, as in the city walls.
You can see the walls in the distance.
Oh,
So
in the
you
distance, okay.
you are, I'd say, yes, you've probably been here once or twice before in your life, and you recognise. Do a history check or intelligence. Intelligence.
Nope, that's that one.
Yeah, you have no idea where in the city. He's like, we're by the north, south, west wall.
But we're not like near the walls. We're somewhere vaguely central, at least. Or at
Yes,
least
so the walls
not
are,
central,
you can see them shuddering,
Okay.
but the whole city is kind of shuddering because it's on like a mountain, like a mountain plateau.
Okay.
It's just
I will climb back down, go full sprint back, and find so I hit the rest of the guys again.
okay. And you guys are walking ahead of the orcs. They are intermittently, huh?
They're quite away from us.
They are quite away from you now, and because you're traveling at like triple speed.
So I can do like 165 feet every 6 seconds.
Yeah, so you're traveling much faster. They are lagging. I mean, they're traveling fast, but they are lagging behind. And as they approach you or you approach them, what do you tell them?
It's like, great guys, we're at the bottom of a well. Well, down over there is it's a nice scenic place. By the way, the attack's currently started. Cannons and magic are shooting at the walls. I don't know where in the city we are, or will end up being. But the well's like 20 foot high, and well, just kind of look at Zrask and go, we might have some issues, especially with trying to fit all of those orcs up a well.
The orcs are like a day behind you. You guys have
Yeah.
shot forward.
I'm like pointing like the general direction of where
Yeah.
they are. Just like, so, what's our game plan when we get there?
Well, how long have we got left? How long do we think we've got left?
Because
What,
it's
before
now,
your
Before the eclipse.
the eclipse is going to happen in 2 days.
Oh, I've got ages. You know? What's the rush? Get there.
The rush is that there are like
There's a war
lots
happening.
of people dying right now, and if this baby child can stop that, then that would be great.
But aren't we? We're limited to the time that we can bring the baby back.
You
Until
guys,
that point.
You by the way, because you're still super hyper, you're like
This is the
exactly. Only you can understand each other. Nobody else would be able to hear or get a word in edgeways.
Okay.
well, it's more that there's a war and they're attacking the city, and if they take the city, whether we have this kid or not, it probably won't matter.
Anybody here have like a military, other than Zrusk, military background?
Other than Zrusk, is my military background not good enough
I'm just
now?
gonna say, because you're more used to fighting monsters, I suppose you would understand tactics and things.
Would you be willing to defend the city and help work with them? Or would that be against your order's principles?
I think we'll be beyond the Order's principles at this stage.
So would this be
I
right?
must undo their heinous crimes against their tenants.
Then let's help defend the city.
The best thing we can do is complete our task.
But we've got a bit of time before that, as my learned friend says.
Can I just ask again, Morkai, what did you ask as your wish?
In order to be able to not be exhausted and to not be tired, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. That's going to come back, and
It's
something horrible's going to happen.
it is coming back round to when you made that wish 24 hours later.
Okay.
And all of you are going to start feeling extremely sleepy.
Whoa.
Next time you do that, wish that we never get
Yeah.
tired. Not ever.
That would probably be worse somehow.
Yeah.
Why can't I feel my legs?
And I guess we'll fall asleep.
Well, you're just exhausted. You can carry on, but you
No,
are
no.
you are going to take points of exhaustion. And
Are
you,
we at
you
the
can,
bottom of the well?
Yeah, I'd say now you've been walking with look at this, having you're talking your
Yeah,
plans
yeah.
and getting really excited. Oh, we are so awesome, bro. But then as you get to the bottom of the well, the moonlight hits you, and it's almost like the fresh air is the thing that triggers it. You know, when you've been in a little hovel loads or studying really hard or something, and you're drinking loads of caffeine, and you're like, oh, this is I can do this. I can take over the world. And then as soon as you step outside and the cold air hits you, you just want to collapse. Except the air isn't that cold because it's still a desert.
Okay, so I guess we're probably best to rest. We don't really want to go into a war zone exhausted.
So that means we'll have one day, really,
Yeah.
and a half to fix all of this.
Okay, it's up to you guys.
I mean, we can go up and we can risk the exhaustion.
We could wish
Then-
away the exhaustion. And
Oh well, that's true. We have got the wish,
You have another wish coming up.
Yes.
but
I feel like I should save it for something
I-
else, just in case. I don't want to be too
Like, I'm
hasty,
going to this.
ironically, about
Yeah.
this.
okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're having your rest. You all fall asleep in a big man pile, and I guess nobody's taking watches because you're just
No, we're just-
collapsing.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. So
out of view of the well.
do you guys want to roll a d10 to see how many hours when you wake up naturally, or?
1.
10.
8.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm okay now, and you feel rested and well.
Okay.
But you see the others are still absolutely wiped.
So I'm gonna go for a little wander. So
Now
this
it's
is
my turn to snore. And you will watch
Zrusk.
over me.
Oh, poor Zrusk. He's just, this poor
watch
guy.
over you.
Oh, yes.
He's had one heck of a week. My goodness.
So I'm probably not going to be able to climb up this well, but it's 20 feet, you say?
Yeah, 20 feet.
So I'm going to misty step to the top.
Okay, yeah, so you get to the top. Are you stealth at all? Because,
No, because I can be stealthy afterwards.
okay.
So I'll get to the top and I'll see what's there, see what response I make.
The city is under attack.
Okay.
Nobody's really paying attention to you.
I
You've just
didn't-
popped up.
Yeah, I didn't think they would.
And I will make a roll, but I'll make it with disadvantage. And one person stops you, and
Oh.
they're just like, civilian, get back in the houses.
No,
It's not safe here.
Civilian. I'm Gold of Zal. I'm here to save the day.
Zol of Gold. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, peasant, be quiet. Where is your commanding officer? The general that is leading this battle. Take me to him now.
And are you trying to persuade?
I'm trying to persuade, deceive.
Okay.
I'm trying to get him to, recognise. I'm performing for him, and
Okay, roll performance then.
Excellent. 22.
All right, well, he got that 20, so he's not impressed. He just sees a soft...
So I'll ignore him and I'll go on to the next guard. and I'll do the same thing.
They're all running around busy trying to clear out
All right.
people and keep things safe. As you're doing this, a just a giant rock lands inside the city wall
Okay.
and crushes a house.
Okay.
You guys are still asleep.
For a few hours, yeah.
Yeah. So go out.
So I'm gonna.
You're gonna have a look around.
until I find the. Well, so we want to go to the palace.
You want to go to the palace, yes?
So we want to go to the palace. So I think that's the best place to start. So I'll head up to the palace.
All right. Can you roll investigation then?
No.
What did you get?
Natural 1. We're gonna wander around aimlessly for a few
Wow.
hours.
Yes, you are.
Realise time's running out. Go back to the well and wait for the others.
You pretty much just wasted precious time.
Yep.
Yes, you have no idea where the palace is. You just about know where one of the walls is. But yeah, no, that one means that you are.
No, you know what happened? I started up. Right, I'm gonna go find the palace. Looked across from the well, found a tavern, went in the tavern. A few hours later, came out of the tavern,
Yes.
sat by the
That
well
sounds
waiting
more
for the
like
rest.
God. That sounds more like God. And now you are drunk.
No.
Okay.
I was merely entertaining, and there was some pleasant young ladies in there whose company I sought.
You are so bruised right now. You can't even consider that.
Oh yes, I can. If I need to,
I'm not going to make you roll, but
I will healing
we'll
word
say-
myself.
You're going to use a spell slot.
Boom.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll come back slightly refreshed.
I don't know about that. Okay. So I'm going to make you roll.
Okay.
Constitution save.
12. So it's sore.
Yeah, you're just not having a good time right now, and you're going to go down to the well where now Magnus
I'll wait at the top
And-
to wake up. Yeah.
and Morkai and the child wake up. It's now daytime.
So you guys come up. Oh well. So you guys are still asleep. So I'm at the top.
No, they've just woken up. Zruska's still asleep.
Okay. I'm just sitting at the top of the well, sipping slowly on my wine flask.
I climb up.
Hello.
Found anything good? Anything of any interest? Notes?
Tavern
worthy?
over there.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
I was going to look for the palace, but then I saw the tavern, and in the tavern there was this lovely young lady.
I don't even know.
Couldn't.
Don't,
No.
don't need to know.
Oh, okay.
Morkai.
Guys, as much as I love the sound of gold's conquests and drinking, could you give me a hand, perhaps, with some rope or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Throw a rope down, like tie it off to something nearby.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll supervise.
Like tie around my waist and it's like, good, thank you, and slowly try and climb my way up.
Okay, roll athletics.
If that's, oh, no.
like, as it's climbing up, I'm pulling the ropes that stays
With
tight.
assistance.
Resistance. Aha! That was worse.
What did you get?
I got a 7.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Mr. Cleric, but your feeble arms aren't. You skipped arm day. Why would you do that? Trusk, you're now awake, and you'll see this poor cleric failing to climb up a 20-foot wall.
Could you boost me? Help is required.
Okay, I walk up to the cleric, take hold of him, and say, hold your arms and legs together, I'm going to throw you up.
I hold like the baby as like
And
close to my body
I'll
as
give you
possible.
bardic inspiration as well.
Okay.
Like, this is.
Well, are you just throwing him up?
Yep, catch.
I'm giving you bardic inspiration then.
And I'm like going to be drastically pulling on the rope as this happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
Roll with advantage because you're getting help.
okay. So that's 16, 13. Is this athletics or acrobatics, or what is it?
It would be an athletics or strength.
Athletics then, 16 plus 4, 20, 21, 23.
You are flying. A tiefling that flies.
From my height, depending on how high I fly, would I be able to see like the palace or like a throne?
You're
or
not.
like...
You're not being thrown that high.
I'm just
I mean,
gauging.
if you want to, you can be thrown again
No, that's
when
fine.
you're on the actual, ground, not down a well. Yeah, but he's cleared up. He goes on the other side, and it's Rusk. I'll just let you do just athletics checks to climb up the 20-foot wall
Yeah, you've got the rope down.
because you've got the rope. You can roll with advantage because you are
Got a rope.
Athletic.
25.
Yes, absolutely fine. In fact, he kind of shows all of you up because he's just doing it pure brute strength, you know.
What? I just clicked my fingers and I was here.
I don't know. Yeah, I just walked up it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He's doing it with his own pure strength. He doesn't need magic or help. He's just like, I am
He's
strong.
not smart enough to do magic. That's the
That's
thing.
partly true.
Yes, I am.
I'm not saying this, Duke. I'm
No,
not that
no,
stupid.
this is out of game. This is out of
Yeah.
this is out of character.
So the cleric is looking on and going,
I'm holding the baby. I can't do everything. Right. It's morning.
so I suppose we should go and find the palace. Because this is the day.
This would be the day, yes.
Yes, we need to do this.
Okay. So to the palace. Someone else should probably lead that tavern. It's quite
I
distracting.
think maybe Morkai, and you've already had a go, Magnus, and you failed. So Morkai, I will let you roll investigation. 'Cause
Would
you-
the book read in the library help map
I
out?
think you might have visited this place.
That also may have that.
Yeah.
I will
so
give
we'll
you
just-
bardic inspiration
Thank
as
you.
well.
So just a standard roll, or with bardic? Well, like
Intelligence.
just intelligence. Okay. Because that's a 6.
Well, you've got that. as
I got
well.
bardic inspiration. Well, cool. So that's 10.
10. Okay. All right. Well, you are pretty sure you're in the west side of the city, which is the side that's currently going to be bombarded by the galleons. So you think that maybe if you went further east, that the palace is going to is at the far end, almost in the north section of the city, the closest to the mountains, the most defensible position.
Gould, I don't suppose you learnt anything while you were carousing? Anything useful? Anything useful for the party?
Somebody else can dub him in it. I mean,
The wine's good. Yeah. So I know. So did you find the? Do you remember where the palace is?
Vaguely. Like I'm gonna get back to you and your drink, but yes, we vaguely know it's in like that direction roughly.
The next person that
north.
walks past, I'm going to stop and say, "Excuse me, where's the palace?"
can you all roll perception?
Oh. No.
15.
15.
10.
Natural one.
Gold, you
I'm looking at that tavern again.
do you trip up and smash your forehead on something? I don't know how you do this, but you do. Take
All the
1d4. Or
Now we need a
bludgeoning
physician.
Damage. You take 4 bludgeoning damage, and there's a little bruise on your head. Everyone laughs, but actually, you 3 spot something moving in the shadows, and 3 figures appear. You remember a long time ago, now it feels like, the assassin that murdered the king of Keshaka. They are dressed in similar clothing, but they are clearly out for you.
Right. So which was the palace? Where do we want to go?
Like north-ish, roughly.
I
from
think
what I
we
remember.
want to go and punch something. I'm just going to point at these assassins that are just going to materialize out of the shadows.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen.
You can't tell, they're covered in just like
Yeah.
plaid.
Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of
Yeah.
posing the question.
Uh-huh.
And do they respond at all?
They lunge.
Okay.
Then we beat them up.
Roll initiative.
Yes, roll initiative.
Oh no.
9.
Okay. Morkai.
17.
God.
14.
Zrusk.
Natural 20.
Oof.
I got a nat 22.
Oof.
So I've rolled 2 1s already. So you know.
And then it's for Magnus. Okay, so first of all, one of the assassins is going to lunge at Morkai and at the baby in your arms.
Better not.
And they're going to try and hit you. Well, the child. So they are actually going to roll with disadvantage because they're technically Again at that one. The assassin's lunging towards you and slips and stabs itself. And they're dead.
I don't think we actually need to do anything here, guys.
Oh my goodness, nat ones are the worst. Right, Mr. Rusk,
I wander over to the nearest.
second
Assassin.
assassin. Both the other assassins are just like, what?
Pull out
They
my
are kind of looking
warhammer
really confused. Like,
and strike.
okay, smash. Go ahead and Hulk smash.
That would be 9, 13, 16.
That hits.
Okay. Rank 1 smite. That's 8, 5. So it's 13, 12 down, 15 damage. No, sorry. 12, 13, 16 damage.
16 damage. Okay. Do you do anything else?
Is he still standing?
Yes.
Then I hit him again.
Yep.
20 something.
Hits.
Okay, rank 1 smite again.
Okay.
10, 11, 14.
Right. Still
And
standing.
I'm going to cast Divine Favor as a bonus action.
Which does.
Gives me extra d4 to damage. I should have done that first. Nope. Oh well.
Gold.
No, it's Magnus.
Oh, it's Morkai. Yes, I beg your pardon. Morkai.
Cool. As a bonus action, I am going to cast that bear spirit totem around Rusk. So again, advantage on strength checks, temporary hit points. I sort of look at Magnus and I go, these guys are just going to slow us down. We haven't got time to deal with this. Could you, the fastest man in our party, are you also very strong? Like, could you, for instance, carry me?
Okay.
It's all right. I've got this. Don't worry. They're not going to hold us up. I'm going to hold them up.
Okay.
All right, in that case, very well. I will hold my action. As soon as I see anyone get wounded, I'll just cast a Cure Wounds on them.
So I'm just going to cast Hold Person at 3rd level on, so it's going to target both of them.
Okay.
So they get to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Do an 11
No.
and a 9 save.
No.
Okay,
So
then.
they are both held, so we will just assassinate them. Because they are paralysed.
They are literally paralyzed. They can't do anything.
Yep.
I just walk up.
Yep.
Okay. So you immediately dispatch them.
Yep.
It's actually, it would have been their turn. They do get to make another save on their turn, actually.
Well, they're dead, aren't they?
No, because it would have been their turn and then Magnus. If they fail, okay, one of them breaks their hold, and they slip back into the shadows. But one of them is still standing.
Can
Yeah.
we see the remaining one?
You can if you roll perception. Technically, you can keep your.
They beat our passive perception.
Yeah, well, you
Nope.
have. What's
20
your?
non-natural.
Yeah, you absolutely can see them. They are hiding very badly.
Hello.
And
You're
then,
doing a very good job.
and then they.
Guide me as I smite them.
Right there.
Good. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Bit to the left, to the right.
Down a bit, up a bit, up a bit, down a bit, left a bit,
And-
right a bit. By this time they've run away.
And they have escaped.
Oh.
But they're sprinting
Like
away,
20-something too.
jumping up on the roofs of the houses. You guys are, when you take stock of your surroundings again, you are the city of Tanaska is on like a hill,
Okay.
and you can see down to the harbour. You can't quite see the river, but you can still hear the cannons. Boom, boom.
Quickly search the assassins.
Okay.
Is there
There's
anything-
nothing on them.
Okay,
There's nothing except their weapons
that's fine. So,
and obviously their clothes.
to the palace.
Palace.
Lead
What
on.
are they?
Our faithful guide.
Sorry?
What are they? Are they human, lizard
You take
person?
their masks off. Their face coverings off, and they are human.
Okay.
Well, as we start making our way towards the palace, I'm gonna walk over to Morkai and go, now I know I've been asking a lot of people a lot of favors.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna hand him a little written note and say, if things go wrong and we need a distraction, can you wish for this?
I take the note.
It's the folded bit there. I'm just gonna pass it over.
Subterfuge.
Yeah.
Whoa.
At the bottom of
It's
the
the
back.
bit that's folded up.
Let's follow it up.
He thought this through.
Yes.
I will do the best that I can
The
to.
circle bit is down to your discretion.
Okay. Okay. I will do what I can, but.
You can keep it over there. I don't need it.
Oh, don't.
particularly.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll keep it just because my memory is poor.
Okay, great. So you're making your way up towards where you think the palace is. You haven't actually confirmed.
Well, if we get past anyone, I will stop and ask them where is the palace.
Okay, so you grab a civilian who looks terrified, a
Don't worry.
little old lady.
Don't worry, my dear. We'll be safe. We're here now to protect the city. We need to get to the palace, though. Which way is it?
It's up there, darling.
Is that the way that he's leading us?
It's a little off course, but pretty much, yes.
Okay. Well, we'll head off in the direction she's pointing, and I go, just checking.
Yes. Always worth. Always worth.
And yeah, we're heading that direction.
Okay. As you continue traveling, the day goes on. It's now mid-morning, and it's not quite time for the eclipse. You're pretty sure it's going to happen sometime in the afternoon, but you do see the courtyard as you get to the top of this hill in the city of Tanaska. You see a fight breaking out
Oh, who's fighting?
everywhere. Fights breaking out everywhere. And from your vantage point here, you can see the harbour and the galleons just pummeling the wall with barrage after barrage of fire. And there's a response coming back, but you also see the Sun's Cradle army has rounded around the river. There's a few hundred troops coming from the southeast, and clearly they've managed to infiltrate underneath. Pretty much the same way you probably guys came, but a different route because there's underground caverns all over the place. There are people who are fighting, who are clearly aggressors, who are wearing who are wearing no colours. You assume are mercenaries.
Okay.
And a few cat people who look like they know what they're doing. They are tough. And against them are desperate loyalists, desperate city watch, and a few soldiers in the Tanascan city that are left behind. Not many, most of them drawn out to fight the armies coming from the north, west, and southeast.
So it's imperative we get there and do this magical thing that stops all of this, yeah?
I have no idea how this is going to work.
Saying for like a week now.
So we'll hurry on towards the palace, unless, yeah?
Forward.
All right, you guys aren't trying to disguise this child either, are you?
We don't have time.
I could like try and like hide it and guess like my vestments or something and try and like keep it
cast
subtle.
invisibility on it as because we're near the palace, right?
Like
You
1
said-
minute away.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast. If it only lasts for a minute, I'm gonna cast it on the child.
Yeah,
So the
well,
child's
if
not
anyone
invisible,
starts paying extra attention,
Yeah.
but I don't think, if there's a war going on,
Yeah.
people aren't going to be spending
There
too
is
much.
battles going on all around the palace.
Yeah,
Well,
so they'll,
But if
Those
you're trying to break
assassins-
into a palace that people are desperately defending, I'm not sure how you're going to get in.
Misty Step.
Spider climb.
Sorry?
You could cast invisibility on me.
Spider
and
climbs up through a window.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Spider climb, misty step.
We can do some greater invisibility. So, is there a way? Have we come to the palace and it's like a castle? The palace itself is like a separate
There's
castle.
a wall, and again, everything is very utilitarian. It's not pretty. It's just very functional. This is clearly supposed to be a defensible position, and actually, the people inside the castle wall, the palace wall, are able to hold their position quite well. But they look exhausted, like they've been fighting for a while.
So we've literally got soldiers fighting at the base of the wall and on the top of the wall.
Yeah,
and they've
everywhere,
got ladders
yeah.
and everything. So it is the palace under siege.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the city, but inside.
Okay, yeah. So that's not so easy to get through.
Depends on how you want them to get through.
Well, we could just pretend with this army where they've got a bit of a thing, run up one of their ladders, go over, and then.
Because there's Keshikar mercenaries everywhere here, besieging the place.
There's Keshikar mercenaries,
But then
there's
they're not
Sazu
breaking through.
Marines.
Is there anywhere that the invading armies have got a foothold into the keep?
Yes, and you can roll perception. Along the west wall of the keep,
23.
23.
you see Selena holding off
Oh, so she's fighting.
a group of Marines with her paladins.
So she's on the wall. So
She's on the wall. She's basically, they've put the strongest fighters there, and
So how many of them are at the bottom of the wall? So if we were to charge at that point of wall and attempt to fight our way through them up towards her, because she might let us up. How many of them?
the
will
wall's
be-
been breached here. There's been an explosion. They're
So
literally
how many soldiers have the enemy got there?
they're kind of like a swarm of ants. They're going towards that specific point and wedging their
And
way
she's
in.
there.
And she's there, just about holding the line.
Time to bring out your horn, I think.
Yes, time for the horn.
And Mordecai, it's a bit earlier than I thought, but it might not be the worst idea.
Give me give me a moment, because again, I have conflict, but don't get me wrong, you have a real good point. I trust you. I trust you, but I need to make sure I'm doing the right thing. I
Right.
hope you understand that.
Go out.
So I think we're gonna, all of us, so we'll lead a charge, so probably you two at the head. I'll kind of do a horn, and you guys charge in, and we'll just try and make our way through to the defenders. Fighting our way through, but just trying to, go through. We're not trying to stop and fight them, we're just trying to get through them. So I'm going to use the horn as a blast to open up a path. You guys can charge through, clear a bit more of the way. I'll follow along afterwards and kind of misty step.
All right then. So can you? Is it that they have to do a dex save? But does that mean you're attacking literally everybody in that cone, including?
Well, no. So I'm not aiming for the good guys.
Yeah. So you're trying to do it so that it's just hitting the
Well, yeah,
attacking
trying
army.
to just make a way through for us to go.
Okay, great, so-
But I think before that, I'm going to cast Great Invisibility on you. So I'm going to have a minute of invisibility, and that should cover the baby.
Yeah, 'cause
you're
you-
carrying the
'cause
baby.
yeah, equipment.
So that's what I'm going to do first, so that because you and the baby are the most
Yeah.
important things here.
Yeah.
You're the ones that save this, and then I will.
All right. So they actually passed. They saved.
So they take half of this. 5, 7, 9, 10, 13. So they're taking 6.
Okay, they've taken 6 damage, but they
Yeah.
the thunder and that huge noise, because it's 600 feet, so everybody within half a mile hears this, half a mile radius hears this. They're all going to turn their attention on the bard, all the attacking forces. Selena's going to recognise. She's going to see Strusk. She's going to see Magnus.
I'm already charging.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
you're
running.
already charging, and she's going to look incredibly relieved that there is backup.
How far away are we from them?
I'd say you were about 50 feet away.
So I'll charge forward a little bit behind these. As soon as I've charged forward 20 feet, I'm going to misty step over to the defenders.
Boom, you're on the other side. Except, no, you're not, because there is a magic ward here stopping you from going. So you literally face plant into a paladin chest.
Hey!
Size of a Krusk, but that same shape.
Lady Paladin?
Not this time, bud.
Yes. Evens, no, it is a dude paladin.
Oh, okay. That's fine. But I'm basically with the defenders now.
You're with the
So I'm
defenders,
going to
yeah.
scamper around the back of the defenders. Come on,
Okay.
guys, you can make it! Yeah!
Bardic inspiration! Ha ha ha! Okay, so you're in the so Zrusk and Magnus, you guys, have you literally climbed that wall, spider climbed, and all the way down again?
Well, I was going to stick with Zrusk and help him get through,
Okay,
so he
great.
doesn't get overwhelmed. So like side by
Yes.
side.
So you're like jumping on his back again?
No.
Is he like your steed?
No,
I don't.
I'm like running next to him, like
Okay.
helping him break through because he
Like the
can't
steed
just
idea.
magically get over or climb
No,
over.
he cannot. So
And-
Zrusk. Strength while you're diving into the scrum and trying to push people out of the way.
And you'll come
Okay.
in
Get advantage
behind.
time like
Yeah.
with him.
Yes,
like,
of course you get
slinging
advantage, yeah.
punches everywhere.
I yell the command word comb and summon my magic shield.
It floats above you, pops out, and
How much armor class do I have now?
you get the extra +2 for the shields.
Okay, 24. Nice, that's nice. Okay.
You roll with advantage.
Advantage.
Roll for my horn's explosion.
Strength, that's athletics, did you say?
Yeah. Strength. No, strength.
Just strength, so that's 14.
14.
We need to go back a little bit.
Hold on a second.
So
We did discuss this before, and you are a bard of great power. You know,
Can I have
you're
advantage?
not just some scrub. So yes, you do have advantage.
Okay, that's fine. Then we can carry on.
Okay, I thought so.
Woohoo!
Uh,
Woohoo!
I'm only going to let you do that once, by the way.
Yeah,
The
that's
next
okay.
time you use it, it will be properly. Zrask, you are able to just about push your way through the scrum that's going on, and soon you and Magnus are face to face with Selena.
Is there a wide
who
enough
is-
path for him to join us?
Yes, you've left a path behind you where he can slip
Yeah.
in behind. And nobody has noticed because you're invisible. and of course the scrum, you know, everyone kind of like shoving into each other. The fight's really intense. It's very intimate, you know, people stabbing each other face to face. It's all kind of sad and horrible and violent and nasty. And but yes, you are now face to face with Selena. Morkai has her way to go past.
I'm going to look her in the eye and I'm going to say, I'm going to show you how one man's going to make a change.
Wow. Selena has no idea what you're talking about, but I'm impressed.
It was like about a week ago when we last saw her.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Her
right.
last words.
And
Make her eat them.
and she's going to say, "Are you going to join us?"
I'm sure our comrade, your former comrade here, will help, but we have important business.
As you're
Oh, it's
looking
invisible.
up, you can see the moon taking position, going over the sun slowly. You have a few minutes before you
We
can.
need the fastest man for the job.
And in the baby.
I will stay here and hold the line.
What do I need to do with the baby?
Put it on the throne.
You
Put it
need
on
to.
the throne?
You need to be there as well.
Yes,
Your hand.
that's what I'm saying. I need this as well. But
Can you make-
there's not enough time because you won't be able to carry both of us.
The thing where you make people stronger.
Wait.
Now's the time to do that on me.
I can't.
Not that thing, but
I'm
you're
gonna
Bear.
cast
Time is
enhance
running
ability
out,
on you
everybody,
to
as
give
you're
you,
discussing.
Like, extra endurance or speed stuff.
Wait.
Go.
Speed.
Yeah,
put that on
go.
me and I can give me the endurance bit to carry him.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
so I'm going to do that, grab him, and just keep spending key points until I can book it.
Can you do an athletics check?
Do I get advantage on this?
Yes, you'll get
strength?
advantage.
Yeah.
And you can get.
And you've got bardic inspiration.
I'm going to need that. It's a D8, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, athletics. Okay, that's a 14.
I mean, you're strained. This
Yeah,
is hard.
that's
Even with the
fine.
buffs, even with endurance and the words of God,
That should
even
be.
with him encouraging you to go forward, this is brutal on you. You're going to be tired very quickly.
I don't care.
Can I cast? I guess. Let me give us a look. Guidance to try and like help also boost whatever it is you're trying to do. Like, is it an ability score? Sorry, no, no.
Just increases his roll by default.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can add
Yeah.
that to it.
4, okay, so that brings us up to 18.
Okay, that's better than nothing. And yes, so you're piggybacking on the.
I'm like kind of throwing him over like one shoulder, like,
Okay,
like that, and
it's fine, man.
sprinting like
And
this.
who's got the baby?
I'm guessing I'm just carrying a baby still at this point because you're too busy
Yeah.
using all your.
You're kind of like
motion.
holding. I'm gonna
Like,
need
I'm-
you to do a little roll.
I'm kind of like leaning
What
forward, so I'm
roll
kind
do
of
I
like
need to
running
I'll
and
let you
leaning
decide.
forward a little bit.
You're holding the baby with all your might because it's pretty. He's going quite fast. This is
Dexterity.
precarious. Yeah, if you want to use Dex.
Wisdom. That's a 14.
Yeah, you just about hold on, but you can feel the little one slipping from your fingers. And Zrask, go out. Where are you two? You're at
I'm
the
on
wall.
I'm on the wall still
You're
fighting.
fighting against the Zazu Marines. Go out.
I'm well back from the fighting and casting like spells, so I'll be holding some people. I'll be teleporting. And, I'll just be kind of casting a whole person
Okay.
on my actions.
And Selena is going to look back and say, keep doing that, because every time you hold a person, they are immediately killed.
Oh yeah, because I'm doing it at a high level,
Yeah.
so I'm holding a few.
And back to Morkai and Magnus as you're sprinting towards the palace. The doors are locked. You're going so fast, I guess.
I'm gonna literally just shoulder barge into it.
Yeah,
Like
you're
throw the golden arm.
Can you
like,
roll a Constitution save?
No. That's a 7.
You're going to no longer have use of that arm because
Okay.
you've basically taken it out of its socket as you smashed through with such great force and weren't able to do it in a manner that kept your army loosely.
Can I use healing
So
words
you're quite
to?
injured.
Yeah,
I think you're busy holding a baby.
That's fair.
Yeah, to be
Right
fair, you
now,
need to use
you
both
got-
hands.
You're
to
just
cast
like,
spell.
oh wait, oh the baby
Yeah.
slipped. Whoops, no.
That's fair.
I think you're focused. All your energies. He's going really fast. You know, the splinters in your hair. You can feel the force of his speed and strength as he barges past that door and just smashes it into splinters. But of course, it's cost his arm, and he's like screaming. I'm guessing grunting in pain. You don't have to be.
Biting, like drawing blood in my own mouth with a lot of pain.
You are in the court of Tunaska. You can see the throne up ahead.
Still was beeline for it.
Just a line above, you see the sun and the moon becoming closer together. There is a hole in the roof. It's almost as if the sun and the moon are very important to these peoples. And you continue to run.
Yep. Just up to the throne, and just before I'm literally going to slump Morkai into the chair, into it basically.
And you sit in the chair, and nothing really happens because But you look up, take a deep breath, and you see the sun and the moon finally join, and this beautiful ring appear. And when that ring appears, the throne thrums to life, and it's almost like it's almost like you can hear the suction noise. Like it's a bit much more epic than that because I can't do suction noises very well. And this suction noise just this energy being sucked into the throne, and the sun and the moon, a beam of light joined up, sun beam, moon beam, thrumming into the throne. The energy is intense. You need to do a Constitution save.
Sure. That's an 18.
You aren't torn apart by the energy here, and as you feel it coursing through you,
Yeah.
you notice the stone on your hand that's currently shaking with the, keeping this force, having this force like coursing through you. You see the stone parts just fall away as the flesh of your hand is revealed once more. And because you're still holding the baby, this same energy is coursing through the baby, kind of shaking the little creature. And there is a instant boom of light that just spreads across the whole palace. Zrusk and Goald, could you guys roll perception?
Natural 20.
Bad kitty! Bad kitty!
You turn back because you can hear this explosion before you see it, and the light spreads through. And Zrusk, you don't see where it originates, but you do see it spread across everything, and everyone is stunned, and the fighting pauses for a moment. And Magnus
Bad kitty.
and Morkai, you hear the baby let out a pealing scream. A hungry, defiant, furious cry. And for the moment, you two know that all will be well. And that is where we will finish the session. That's it for the series, and what a series it has been. We've had Gold forced into marriage. We've had Morkai learn a few things about being a cleric. We have had Zrusk betrayed by his own order. We have had Magnus appreciate that there is no such thing as Azzy, there is just him. Let us know what you thought and what your favourite moments were via our Twitter at ANA Podcast. You can also join us on facebook.com/ANA Podcast. Keep tabs on us on Tumblr when you search Adventurers and Artists Official. And all episodes can be found on demand via our website at adventuroussandartists.com in both video and audio format. You can still support us via our Patreon, patreon.com/ANA Podcast. By doing so, you will help us prepare for our next adventure. However, the main quest may be over for us now, but you can always find prequels, insights, and more information on our website. And finally, a big thank you to everybody who makes this show possible. Thank you, players. Thank you, camera crew. Thank you, artists. Thank you, social media. Thank you, management team. Until next time.